summertime, summertime. Test. Where are you going? Jacksonville?
Good morning. I still see people coming on in. Here we go. Standing outside the door of love and mercy, you wonder if there's a place there for you. You know there's peace inside, but still you're searching for someone who understands the pain you've been through. Where the Father waits for open arms, He's calling out your name. Come on in, welcome home. You are loved to belong here now. No matter where you've been, come on in, come on in, yeah, come on in. You'll find a place of rest and illumination, where God within you helps you to light the way. He knows the peace you need and the hurt you're feeling. He longs to hold you and to wipe your tears away. Where the doors unlocked, the lights are on. What are you waiting for? Come on in, welcome home. You are loved to belong here now. No matter where you've been, come on in, come on in. Well, there's room enough in this home of love for someone just like you. Come on in, welcome home. You are loved to belong here now. No matter where you've been, come on in, welcome home. You are loved to belong here now. No matter where you've been, come on in, come on in. Unity and Tampa, come on in.
Morning. Good morning, everybody. Feels like I've been away for like weeks and weeks and weeks, but I think it was only one Sunday I actually wasn't here. I've lost track. So it's been a busy time for our youth the last couple of weeks. Last weekend, I was away in Georgia with the Uniteens, and they were doing their summer retreat at St. Simon's Island at Epworth. They had a great time, and you're going to hear more about that next week. And then I went straight from that to Unity Village to join our high schoolers who were at the International Youth of Unity Conference, IY. And we came back from that very late on Friday night into Saturday morning, courtesy of Southwest Airlines, and a power outage at the air traffic control tower at Kansas City Airport, which made life very exciting for us for a little while. But we had a great time. I'm going to let the youth talk in a second about their experiences at IY. For me, IY was interesting for a number of reasons. You'll notice neither Katie nor Heather nor Aurora are here this week. They're actually up in Georgia at a funeral. They flew out on Friday and come back this evening. But unlike Katie and Heather, I hadn't yet had an opportunity to go to Unity Village. I was the last one in the family, apart from Aurora, to actually go to Unity Village. So it was a great experience for me. I got to see the village. I got to meet lots of people. And from an adult point of view, IY is extremely useful, not just because I get to see our youth in action, but because it gives me an opportunity to network. It gives me an opportunity to talk to sponsors from all around the country and learn what they're doing. It gives me an opportunity to interact with some of the regional consultants, gives me an opportunity to interact with some of the executives from Unity Worldwide and really get an understanding of some of the other great ideas that there are out there and bring some of those back both to Tampa and to the Southeast region when I do my work as a head sponsor there. So lots of great ideas from me. It was a very worthwhile trip. It would have been a worthwhile trip if I'd done nothing but join our youth and be in the family groups and other things. But for me, it was doubly that. And then for our youth, why don't you guys come up and talk about what you got out of the international conference. First of all, before we do, I've got to acknowledge Mel. You too, dude. Hi, Fernando. But I've got to acknowledge Mel. Mel has taken on the role of Indy. Oh, look, there's pictures. Mel's taken on the role of Indy. That is one of our national youth leaders. In fact, our international youth leaders. I got to tell you, international for Youth of Unity is a little like baseball's World Series. You know, it might be called the World Series, but it's very US dominated. But yes, last year you did have international links, and I'm hoping we're going to see some more of that next year. One of the things I talked about with people while I was there is I got tapped for some experience about the UK. There is a minister who has just taken on the role of heading Silent Unity for the United Kingdom, who is at a church that has a very strong Youth of Unity chapter. So I ended up writing some notes for them about some of the things that I thought would be useful for him to know as he went to the UK. So we're expecting more and more international participation, but Mel is going to be running IY next year, and that's why we spent an extra day out there, because you did some induction stuff and some training stuff while you were there. So guys, why don't you talk a little bit about what the conference meant for you, and then I'll wrap us up.
Good morning. Good morning. So the theme for the event was called Sonder with Love. And basically some of the things that we talked about was like connecting to spirit, mindfulness, empathy, and like just like expressing kindness and radiating spirit. So those were like the topics throughout the day, and we did a lot of like really fun activities. There's a guy, his name is John Stringer. He's amazing. He does like workshops, and he goes and performs, like he hops around like all Unity churches everywhere, and he performs for them. And I had him at one of my retreats for like one of our regional ones. We had him there, and then he came to IY. So that was pretty great. If you guys don't follow him, you should, because he's amazing. And then we did a service project. We like helped clean out stuff in like the underground tunnels in Unity Village, which was really fun. We did explore those, technically unauthorized, later in the trip, but that's not important. What was each of like the two indies do workshops. They do something called where they like have like a truth talk, which is basically they just like share kind of what led them on their spiritual journey, and then they do like a workshop with us. Me and Fernando were both family group leaders, so that was really fun because we got to like lead the curriculum. We both went to Silent Unity, which was really fun because I didn't go like the past 2 years that I've been to IY, but we decided to go this time, and it was really great, and it was really fun. There's actually some videos that they will be posting of some of my friends who recorded, I think it was like it was like either a meditation or some prayers that they did. So if you guys follow like Silent Unity anywhere, those videos will be posted at some point. But yeah, Fernando had a great graduation ceremony.
I will be taking over for this one. They had a really nice graduation ceremony for all of us. There was like 12 of us graduating, ranging from down here in the southeast all the way up to the northwest, all the way up from Washington. It was great. I actually got to meet a lot of them last year. One of them was my roommate. I love him to death. That's my friend Kellen. If you're watching this, I love you, bro. Nah, but it was very nice. They gave us a rose, a little pin, and a blue. What was it, like a little ribbon, right? What was it? What is that supposed to mean? Represent? I know it's one of the powers.
Yeah, yeah. If anyone wants to tell us what
It's like
power is represented by the dark blue, there may be a prize in it.
I think it's
I'm looking at Nancy. She's looking at me like,
Because purple's
I think it is order.
I think it's will.
Yeah, it's either
Order? No, it's will. It's will. I don't know, man. Yeah, all I remember, yeah, it's probably will. I remember a W. So yeah, it represents will. They give us a nice YOU pin. They get a nice little mini gemstone in the middle and a rose. I don't know what the rose is supposed to represent, but yeah. Yeah, I know it. And they had a really good, nice celebration dinner throughout the day. And we had a very nice God walk. I wouldn't know how it went. I took a nap. It was one of the best naps I ever took. Very, very at peace of mind. Very much. I'll pass this back to Mark so he can wrap us up here.
All right. Thank you very much, guys. Just a note about John Stringer. As Mel said, John has been to one of our regional summer connections. He did a really, really good connecting with your genius songwriting workshop while we were at the regional thing, which I did. And he did, yes, Mel and I were both trying to talk him into coming here at some point. He did that same workshop for the youth at the International YOU convention. My roommate as an adult was the head sponsor from San Diego, Ron. Ron came back and described to me that workshop as one of the most life-changing experiences he's ever had. He's my age. He and I are the same age. So the fact that hour he considers to be one of the most life-changing experiences he's ever had tells you something about some of John's power. Nancy, I'm guessing we're not going to do a question because we've talked for so long, or do you want to do a quick question this week? Yes, I was going to do that next, but Mel is desperately trying to attract my attention. Yes, Mel?
I just had one more thing I wanted to share. Something that's like a perk with the role that I've taken on is that I get to go to a bunch of the other regions' retreats. So I'll be like hopping around the U.S., going to a bunch of different like Unity retreats pretty soon. So that's going to be really fun.
And one or two of them I may sneak with you. So, as I said earlier, no Katie, no Heather this week because they're traveling. However, we have some expert and much appreciated assistance this week. Terry, Gail have stepped in to assist us and will be helping Amy run the what appears to be the vast majority of this week's work in the up to 5th grade classroom in the kids crew, and the rest of the guys will be with me in the teens room. We're going to be talking about sharing kindness this week. So with that in mind, I'm going to ask you if you will all please join us in blessing these wonderful kids as we get out of your way. We love you.
We bless you, and we truly appreciate you, and we behold Christ in you. We love you, we really, really love you. Come on.
Okay, guys, go down and join Miss Gail at the back. We'll be right behind you.
Hello, Elliot. Good morning. Is this working? Okay, great. My name is Lewis Key. I'll be your platform assistant this morning. Welcome to Unity of Tampa. And let me move this around a little bit here. First thing we want to do is welcome any new visitors today for the first time. Is there anybody here for the first time? We do have one person. All right, thank you. We'll bring you up here to do a speech here in a little while. No, I'm just kidding. Thank you for coming. I've got a gift also at the end of the service. If you'd like to stop at the table on the way out, give us your email address. We'll give you a wonderful T-shirt as our to show appreciation for you coming. And the email address, we won't sell that or do anything with it. We just send out an email on Thursday afternoon. We send out the information email that lets us know, the newsletter email that lets you know what's going on with the church. So thank you for coming. Is there anyone here that's here for the second or third time? No. We're missing some people here today. Obviously, summertime. Okay. The announcements. All the announcements, as you can see, there's all of you in here. You can get everything you need to know out of the Sunday bulletin. The email newsletter, which comes out on Thursday. Again, I mentioned that. The Facebook and website page, or your mobile app. So if you will all please check your cell phones and make sure they're silenced so we don't have any interruptions during the service, we'd appreciate that as well. All right, for the announcements today, we have Unity Encuentro Espiritual. How'd I do for you, all you Spanish-speaking people? That is today, and it's right after service, 1 to 3 o'clock? 1 o'clock to 3 o'clock, and in here? Or in the clubhouse? In the clubhouse, okay. Yeah, I have to be told everything, see. So I was... Yeah, I thought I saw that, but it's gone. But anyway, I was just checking my Spanish because when I grew up in Kentucky, and I was forced to take 2 Spanish classes in high school. And when I grew up in Kentucky, nobody spoke Spanish anywhere. So it was kind of like, okay, let's get this over with. If I'd had any idea I was going to be living in Florida, I would have paid a lot more attention to the teacher when I was up there. So I was in for a rude awakening when I first got down here. Okay, Potluck Sunday is next Sunday, so please, I guess we'll get a lot more people to show up then, too. But check on the Tithely app and let us know what you're going to be bringing so we can coordinate all of that. Next, we have Music Bingo. That's Saturday, August 22nd. We've decided to do it on an afternoon from 2 to 5 o'clock. We'll see how that goes. So hopefully you all can make time to come to that. We will also have the raffles that we've done in the past. I just loaded my car up with a lot of stuff just a while ago. So if y'all please put that on your calendar for August the 22nd to be here for that. And then we have July birthdays. We don't have a lot of stuff here we got to go over today, which is... so the July birthdays, well, they're not up there. Okay, I'll go here. We have Penny Page, July 27th, which is Monday, tomorrow. Christian Myers, July 27th. All right. Albert Darby, July 28th. Janice Thomas, July 28th. Joanne Bison, July 29th. And Robert Anderson, July 31st. And I have a quick quiz, and this is strictly, if any of y'all know this answer, don't give me the answer. For the musicians here, whose birthday is it today?
Oh, I don't know. A famous musician? I'm
Yes.
not sure. Who is it?
Come on, roll with me, guys. You can do this.
Should I take out my phone and Google it?
Mick Jagger. Mick
Jagger's
Jagger
birthday's today. All right.
Mick Jagger of the Rolling Stones turns 83 today, and he's still running around like a crazy man on stage. It's wild. He's got a lot of energy. Hopefully I'll have that kind of energy when I get that age. And then also I want to add myself to the birthday list because I'm not next week, I'm the week after, but I won't be here next week. So I want to get in on this birthday celebration. So let's sing it out.
Let's sing to him.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, God loves you. Happy birthday to you.
Buddy. Yeah, good morning. So I need to move along since we let the kids have a little time, so I got to move along today. But I want to do a quick shout out to Ellen, Zuniga, Mike, and Trish. I have Elliot's family on here. Ray and Vicky, Sue and John, Greg and Ann are in Lake Gaston, Virginia, and they're going to the North Carolina border next week. No, they're going to South Carolina next week. So we'll see you on Sunday. And is Valerie and Mark, are Valerie and Mark here? Oh, Mark, there you are. I want to just do a quick gratitude to you. Here's the thing. When we left last Sunday, Mark Gita was under a car helping Gail Gibson's bumper get attached. Everybody else had left the church, and there, except the grief group and us, and there's Mark under the car in the heat, securing her bumper. That is the kind of community we are in. So thank you, Mark. I really appreciate that. That was just very special. And I know I asked you last week to make sure you thank Mark, who was standing up here, but please do remember to thank him if you see him individually, because what he did to take 8 days traveling with our kids in 2 different states and 2 different groups was very heroic and helpful. I also want to mention that our Youth Development Scholarship hit 16,355 out of our 20, so we are moving up in the right direction, and that's awesome. Thank you, everybody. And I don't know if you noticed, but Elliot's a year older since you saw him. So, yeah, but who's counting? And I'm going to be like Mick Jagger when I'm 83. I'll be standing right here, so don't you worry. You may have to throw me out, but that'll be a whole nother story. All right, let's say our unity affirmation together. There is only one power and one presence in the universe and in my life, God the good, omnipotent. And I want to read today's daily word, which is forgive. And I think that's why the Soul Sisters did forgiveness yesterday. Did you plan it around this? That's awesome. All right, so it says, I find peace and freedom as I forgive. Forgiveness is not always easy. I may resist letting go of the hurt or distress caused by someone's words or actions. Even so, I know that forgiveness makes space for peace to flow to and through me. I release what has been, realizing the past cannot be changed. And as I do my inner work to forgive, I also forgive myself for hanging on to past hurts. With each step I take in the direction of forgiveness, I open myself to love. Love flows to me as healing energy and compassion. And as I forgive, I heal. Letting go, my heart feels lighter and I feel ready to move forward. My spiritual nature of divine love and peace cannot be harmed by words or actions. I forgive, I feel light, and I am free. And from Colossians 3:13, if anyone has a complaint against another, forgive each other, just as you have been forgiven, so you must also forgive. And so it is. All right, we have a song to sing. Yes? Is it the last week of this?
It's the last week
Oh, gosh.
somehow of this song.
We got to change next week.
That's right. So one more time, will you guys stand and sing, I am free, I am unlimited. 1, 2, 1. Goes like this. I am free, I am unlimited. There are no chains that bind me. I am free, I am unlimited. Right now, right now. I am free, I am unlimited. There are no chains that bind me. I am free, I am unlimited. Right now. unlimited. There are no chains that bind me. I am free, I am unlimited. Right now, right now. I am free, I am unlimited. There are no chains that bind me. I am free, I am unlimited. Right now. I am free, I am unlimited. There are no chains that bind me. I am free, I am unlimited. Right now, right now. Said I am free, I am unlimited. There are no chains that bind me. I am free, I am unlimited. Right now. Yes, I am free, I am unlimited right now. Yeah.
Might be less people today, but you still can sing. That's awesome. All right, so if you remember, last Sunday of the month is volunteer recognition, and I have 3 people I'm recognizing today. So I'm going to tell their stories. You can see their faces up there. And so the first one is Lisa Urbano. Yes. So I think Lisa, Carmen, and Steve should come down and just stand right here in the front while I read their stories. Where's Miss Carmen? Lisa, where's Carmen? She stay in the kitchen? Oh, that's all right. Luis went to get her. Come on up here. I'm going to tell the story. I know, you're going to.
The right place?
Yeah, you're at the right place. Yeah, this guy never leaves the kitchen. All right, so let me start with Lisa while Luis brings over Carmen. So Lisa has faithfully served as a platform assistant for years. She helps add fun to the announcements and to how our social activities are introduced. This year, she took on another volunteer role and stepped up to arrive early every Sunday to help prepare food in the kitchen. I literally hand off what I'm doing, Melody and I do, and she and Carmen take over. And as I mentioned in June, I asked her for help, and she put together a team of people to help with a huge memorial service and luncheon after. Pulled off getting 6 people here that day, and they served so happily, and all because she said yes. But what I want to really pay attention to and mention to everyone, if you haven't already noticed, this is a woman who brings her joy every Sunday. You've never seen Lisa with anything other than a happy face. And that is a unity spirit you cannot break. And I just want to say thank you. So that, you can hang on to that. Now I want to talk about Carmen. You're last, Steve. Ladies first. So Carmen continues to surprise me in the ways she shows up here. First, it was her offering to help and visit one of our congregants who cannot come into the church because she's in a facility a long distance from here. And she shows up and visits her and helps all the time. Carmen also volunteers every week serving food in the city to those in need in our community. What's the name of the place? Faith Cafe, thank you. I couldn't remember last night. She started showing up in the kitchen every week a long time ago afterwards to help us clean up, and then decided to start bringing food in the morning. And then when Lisa decided to start coming and helping, Carmen said, well, I could come in early too. So now she helps before and after. And Carmen is part of the Garden Angel team, and she is out there all the time with them in the heat, in the sun, And most of the time, if you're lucky, you'll find her singing and dancing, no matter what she's doing. So thank you, Carmen. I had to keep quiet this morning working in the kitchen with all three of them because they didn't know. I was so excited. Steve was the only one I was worried about getting over here because you got to unglue him from the counter. All right, so last is Steve Goodman, but not least. I want to honor him. He is probably the longest present member attending Unity of Tampa. Yes. So some of you may know that his parents were Reverend Ross and Joanne Goodman, and they served as minister and youth director for 20.
Oh, I lost count.
Okay, 20 plus years. Steve grew up in Unity, including at Unity Village. Weren't you out there at some point?
The baby, and then they would embarrass me.
Yeah.
I knew you would.
Yes. Well, Steve would do anything for anyone, including this church. He shows up on Sundays. He checks to see if the trash cans have been brought back in from the street. He helps with the coffee that Melody and I start. He helps with prep. He stays in the kitchen to collect food before and during the service. He ensures we're ready for fellowship, gets things out of the oven, and helps us clean up. He stays here every single Sunday until Jeffrey and I are ready to lock up, and David too. And trash is emptied and the dishwasher is started. He doesn't leave till he pushes the button on the dishwasher. He talks to everyone here. He makes everyone feel valued, including me. He's a walking wizard about music and music history, and I yell at him all the time to turn off his radio in the kitchen while I'm speaking on the TV that he's supposed to be watching. But most important is that he stops by to help the homeless every day, even on Sundays. He takes all of our remaining food to them. He has people who call him all the time that need things, and he runs out to help them, the homeless that he serves. And every Sunday, he truly lends a caring hand. And Steve, I greatly appreciate you as well. Thank you. We appreciate you guys.
Can you guys play Satisfaction and have her sing along?
You guys are awesome. Thank you, guys. Yeah, only he would have asked you that. And of course you knew it. You guys know what to do. All right, enough fun. We have to get ready for meditation. Let's take a breath and prepare ourselves for meditation and for today's message.
Surely the presence of the Lord is in this place. I can feel God's mighty power and God's grace. There's a holy hush around us. I see glory on each face. Surely the presence of the Lord is in this place. Oh, surely the presence of the Lord is in this place.
So I invite you now just to take a couple of really deep breaths. The goal is just to get you to relax. sort of calm all the excitement from this morning and find your way back to that center within each of us. That's where our peace lies. And sometimes it's not always easy with all of life's surprises to stay peaceful, but all you have to do is stop for a moment. Take a deep breath, relax. Try to let go of anything on your mind, clear that headspace, and just listen to the words I'm going to share today, taking in what is right and perfect for you. Today, I open my heart to understanding that I do not need to take on the problems of the world. I can learn new ways to be present and supportive without owning the problem or the problems of others. As I breathe in, I notice the part of me that wants to help, heal, correct, and protect. I honor this part of me, born out of compassion. But I also understand that part of me that has often tried to love others by carrying what was never mine to carry. I release the belief that another person's pain is my assignment to fix. And I release the pressure to have the right words, the perfect solution, or the power to change someone's path. I can care deeply and still let others have their own journey. I can be present without taking over. I can offer compassion without losing myself. With each exhale, I let go of the tension I experience from feeling responsible. And I loosen my grip on the outcomes. I allow others to learn in their own time, choose in their own way, and meet life through their own wisdom. Their growth is sacred, but my peace is sacred too. Sometimes the most loving thing I can do is stand beside another person with an open heart and open hands. I place one hand on my heart. If that feels right to me, and then I speak inwardly, uttering these words to myself. I am allowed to care without caring. I am allowed to support without rescuing. I am allowed to love without fixing. I trust that each person is a divine child of God and can access the strength, guidance, and grace they need. They are not dependent upon me. I rest now in the silence and take this in. In this moment, I reclaim my energy, my tenderness, my boundaries, and my breath. I choose to be a loving presence, not a fixer. I choose to walk beside others, not ahead of them. And as I prepare to open my outer eyes and come back to this place and time, I am reminded that I am centered in peace. So I was thinking, what should follow last week's talk about emotional triggers and emotional pain? And I came to realize that we hadn't yet talked about one of the biggest contributors to our emotional pain, and that is our incessant need to fix other people, to make ourselves comfortable enough to be around them. Every person, every family has faced this destructive behavior at some point in life. And our experiences can be both frustrating and painful. But before we can actually learn how we can change this behavior, we need to understand why we do it. So I'm going to give you two of the primary reasons I believe we do this. The first is that we continue to forget that we're all on a sacred journey, every one of us. We think, oh, I'm on a sacred journey, but what about them? Look at how they act. But actually, if we are compassionate people, we just want to help everyone get to a better place in life. That's really the truth. We care enough about people to want to help them, and I get that. But sometimes we try, the second reason is sometimes we try to help or heal another person because what they are experiencing touches something deep within us that still needs healing. So when we're talking to people, oh, you're going to need to lose weight or you need to have a healthier food, we are often talking about us. Those are issues for us, so we want them to be issues for everybody. And we think we have that figured out. Oh, you can't have a good relationship if you do that. Well, maybe we need to look at us and figure out, instead of looking at other people, maybe we need to look within and heal ourselves. And then our example becomes what helps them, not our need to fix them. So I thought it would be good for us to reflect upon some important questions. First, how can we support people we love without enabling and preventing their own growth? That's question one. The second one is, how do we remain loving without becoming rescuers? And the third is, how do we honor the divine potential in another person while still honoring the divine within us and our own wisdom? So just sort of park those in the back of your head for a moment. I think the first lesson for us, as we really consider how to do this, has to be understanding the difference between offering support to someone and enabling them. While we think we're doing what's best for others by helping according to our standards, we need to understand that there is a big difference between support and enabling. When we offer support, we're saying, I see the God in you. I'll stand in support of you as you remember to draw upon the strength you were given. Enabling is, I will take this from you so you don't have to face what I may have faced, or I can prevent you from suffering. Support empowers people, enabling unintentionally disempowers people. Support walks beside someone, enabling carries what is not ours to carry as a burden. And every week I continue to remind us that we're all divine beings. Unity tells us that, we know that. Every person we meet is an expression of spirit. Everyone. And innately good and capable of awakening to their own greater wisdom. That does not mean every human behavior is a good choice or is healthy. But ultimately, the people that are in front of us and around us and living next door to us, they are all capable of finding that inner thread with the support we can offer, not with us doing anything. It means that beneath the behavior, in every single person whose behavior we don't like, is a spiritual being with the capacity, the dignity, and the ability to find their way, if they choose, to go within and access that divine guidance. So when we try to do too much to help someone, we forget that they're already capable. That's us forgetting when we're saying, no, let me do that. No, I'll take care of that. No, I'll fix that. Oh, I don't like that. They need to fix that. But in the process of us over-functioning for other people, we unknowingly deny their very capacity that we say we believe in. And that's that every one of us here that attends Unity on a regular basis, I would like to believe that we believe that we're divine beings and we're connected to that source. Okay, but why do we forget that when we're talking to other people? It doesn't belong to Unity. It's a truth we should be living and breathing. But we can't help others if we don't see that in them first. We know that most of our efforts to enable others always begins with loving intention. I know that. We don't want to see someone we love hurt, so we decide to help. We want to take away their pain. We fear that if we say no to them, they'll see us as unkind, especially if they're family. Perhaps some of us believe that love means never disappointing others. So we've adopted that belief. Or maybe we carry old stories around that tell us we're responsible for keeping everyone happy and okay. How many of us can relate to any of those? Yeah. But our spiritual maturity, in order for us to actually grow, it requires us to take a much deeper look at this issue. Sometimes the pain we rush to remove is the very doorway those people need to walk through in order for them to have an awakening. So we can't just stop their journey because we're worried about what it'll look like to us. Sometimes, if we allow them to experience the natural consequences of their actions, that's the best teacher there is. Isn't that how we learned? Didn't you learn your lessons because of what you did that you shouldn't have done? Or what you wish you had done? Everything we grow from, we tried something else and then we learned our way. And sometimes the most loving thing we can say is, I believe in you too much to take this lesson away from you. Now, the next thing I think we need to think about is how to be offering a healing presence and truth with a capital T. Truth. And there's no one, I think, modeled it better than Jesus himself. So I want to just mention that I think we could learn some really important things right there. First, he treated people with compassion without defining them by their pain. He never once said, "Oh, you have leprosy? I can see that. Oh, that's just so sad. How are you going to fix that?" He just said, "Rise up, walk forward, find God." He saw beyond people's appearances. He spoke to the wholeness in them, not the behavior. Even the thieves, whether someone had stolen, he never treated people badly. To those who were sick or felt excluded or ashamed or afraid, he offered a healing presence and God truth. That's it. He prayed with them, he saw them walking through it, and he told them to rise up. And he even told them, stretch out your hand so people know you want that support. His love for others was never mistaken by anyone as passive permission for people to continue down the wrong path. And he encouraged change. I think it's a great model for us to think about. We're not here to shame anyone. We're not here to control anyone. We're here to behold the Christ in others, to speak truth with tenderness, to trust that Spirit is active in ways we cannot always see. Now, if you have children around, grandchildren, your own children, you know that it isn't always easy with children around to see that in the moment. But that's when we need to do it the most. Because if we don't believe in those kids or those grown-up kids, what will they think of themselves? If we only want to talk to them when they're in a good space, what are we teaching them? So we have to hold that space for them. But that means we have to learn to be great listeners without being great problem solvers. So we need to figure out, what does healthy support look like when we listen deeply without immediately jumping in to solve the problem. Even if somebody on the other end is crying, it is not ours to do except to listen and to be supportive and to see and encourage them to see they can fix this and develop a plan for themselves. So we could listen and we could recognize their struggle and encourage them, even if we don't like the plan. But we don't need to get involved in implementing. Oh, here, I'll do this for you. You do that. I'll call here. You call there. No, we don't need to do that. We can provide the phone numbers. We could provide the links. But we don't need to do the work, because if they don't do the work, they don't want to fix it bad enough. And that's the part that I think we get confused by. Well, I've given them all this wisdom of mine, but they haven't done a thing. Well, maybe they're not ready. They'll figure it out if you step back. We can learn to say, I love you. I cannot give you the money in this situation, but I will help you find resources. I once read a message that said, boundaries are not walls against love. Boundaries are containers for love. They help us remain present without resentment. Boundaries keep us from confusing compassion with control. And we can establish boundaries that say, this is how I can love you and remain true to my own soul. Our last lesson is that we need to learn to be helpful without being consumed. We can be generous without letting something deplete us. You know how many times we've all said, oh, this is so exhausting. This problem is wearing me out. How many of us have said that? Well, why do we do that? I'm guilty. Take the world. I swear to God standing here, I believe my first half of my 13 surgeries when I was young, because they were all back related, were carrying the burdens of my family, my friends, the world. Literally, I think it manifested physically. I'm not saying I caused the degenerative problem. I'm saying my burdens didn't help me stand up any taller. Many of us have confused love with fixing other people and learned to measure our own worth by how much we carry or how many people need us. But our spiritual growth requires a very different approach. So before we help another person, let's remember and let's practice taking a sacred pause and asking ourselves, are my efforts going to support this person's growth, or will it delay their growth? Am I acting from love, or am I acting from fear or guilt or the need to be needed? Is this mine to do, or am I taking responsibility for another person's choices? Could I maybe offer encouragement or prayer, or just be present instead of rescuing? When we release our need to fix others, we are making room for God. And we can stop trying to force outcomes or manage another soul's journey. That's what they came here to do. And this is not abandonment in any form, so don't tell yourself you're abandoning your family. It is creating sacred trust. We trust God in them, we trust God in us, and we trust that life is always inviting each soul into greater awareness. Let's review today's lessons. So, releasing our need to fix others requires us to understand support versus enabling, see the Christ versus carrying the load. Number 2, to offer a healing presence and truth, inviting and affirming transformation. Number 3, to listen deeply without solving and just be present without resentment. And number 4, to be helpful without being consumed. Care deeply without taking ownership. The affirmation I have for us today is, I trust Spirit is at work in all things. Let's say that together. I trust Spirit is at work in all things. And the quote, I couldn't find the owner of this, but I loved it. It says at some point you have to realize that people will only change when they are ready. No amount of love, effort, or convincing can make them see what they are not willing to face. You can support, you can inspire and encourage, but their growth is their responsibility. Let go of the need to fix others and focus on your own peace. All right, let's take a moment and just pause and reflect on this for a moment. So we just stop and say, thank you, God, for the reminders that God exists and that God presence exists in everyone. That we do not need to fix the world, we need to fix ourselves. We need to work on growing to be the best, most spiritually mature people we can be. And when we catch ourselves, to help ourselves, not to fix other people so we can avoid helping ourselves. We take full ownership for us and no other person. And so it is. Amen. All right. Delilah, you are our chaplain today, and she will be up front. Thank you, dear, for being here. All right, I need to ask this question. You can see me after if you're interested. St. Joe's Women's and Children's Hospital has started a spiritual care volunteer program. They are looking for people to take shifts to be a spiritual care volunteer, going around praying with people if that's what they need, sitting with them if that's what they need. But they're willing to train people. They're willing to come here and teach us what that might look like. No obligation if you come, and I have her come here. But the woman contacted us. Linda, where's Linda? Linda, did you go to the training? Okay. Is it worth going to? Okay. Well, I asked the woman if she would come here if there were enough people interested, and I printed 3 or 4 copies of the description. Anybody is interested, see me. All right, if you have a prayer need, please write your prayer on a card. If you're online, you can submit online or call the office prayer line. You can get that off the website as well. And I just want to ask for a couple of prayers. I don't know if Susan wrote me back, but she was on the list last week. And also, I want to ask for prayers for a young man named Ron who was dealing with an infection, and they finally got it under control, and he'll hopefully get released today. But it turned out to be a serious few days for him. So I'd like to just hold that name and thought in prayer. And I would ask you for prayers for Greg King, Jeffrey's brother, my brother-in-law. Okay? All right, let's say our giving affirmation. We have such an amazing church here all the time. I must have gotten 20 messages this week of people who would not be here this Sunday because people know we look for them. I love that. And so I just want to say our giving affirmation for how blessed we are. We have faith in God as our instant, constant, abundant supply and supplier. We have faith in God to open ways when to the human sense there is no way. We have faith in God to guide us in all our ways, and our health, happiness, and prosperity are assured. Thank you, God, for your abundant good, now flowing forth to meet our every need. And so it is. Thank you all for all you do. All right, I can't wait.
Are you okay with ending the service with I Release? Should we just do that?
Yes.
Skip the peace song this
That
morning?
would be
So-
awesome because
Okay.
I'd like them to walk out here thinking that.
Okay.
So that would be awesome. Thank you.
There was a time in my life thought I had to do it all by myself. I didn't know the grace of God was sufficient. I didn't know the love of God was at hand. but now I find when I'm struggling just to make it through another day, and I've got to let it go, let it go. 2, 3. This is what I have to say. Said I release and I let go. Let the Spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. Yes, it's only up to God. There's no more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, it's only up to God. Said I release and I let go. Let the Spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. Yes, it's only up to God. There's no more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, it's only up to God. I release and I let go. Let the Spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. Yes, it's only up to God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, it's only up to God. Said I am free in the Spirit. Yes, it's only up to God. Thanks so much, guys. Thanks
All
so
right.
much. Good to be home.
Let's join together in saying the prayer for protection. The light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. The presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well. God bless you. Have a great week.
Okay. 2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
you.